Hi everyone, John Marshall, DrillMaster. Just finished Paloma Valley Unarmed, and this is Paloma Valley Armed exhibition routines for 2025. Unarmed was fantastic. Just loved watching that. That was great. Really well designed. And let's get into Armed. So, got a bit of hammering going on off and on today, so I hope you can excuse that. So, timing on that stand at ease. So, I, I understand the purpose behind all of this. But you're exhibitionizing some of the some regulation drill, and what I highly suggest is you use one command and then time everything out. Port arms, and then stand at ease, and then the command just after that, and then attention, and it keeps going and going. You might as well march regulation drill. I understand the movements are entirely different except port arms, but really you need to time this out so that it brings out the intensity of the movements that you want. What you have right now is intense, and then another command, and so you've just stopped the flow, and then intense, and then you have another command, and why you go to stand at ease, I don't know. But it's fine if it's part of the whole routine, or the segment, I should say. What you're doing right now is you're creating an opening statement, the segment just before you step onto the deck. And so in this segment, you have one command, and then, well, I should, for you, reading right to left, or left to right, not right to left. So you have the opening command, and then segment. That's what you have right now, is these little tiny segments, and they don't flow together well. What you want is a whole segment right here that flows one command and then move all the way through. You do whatever you want to do, turn, step off, and there's your whole segment, instead of little tiny segments individually. So I guess that was a standby. Why are you singing cadence? It it just doesn't flow well. All of a sudden you're marching at port. I I want to see the rest of this, and we're going to get there, but that was interesting, to say the least. You really have a regulation entrance, or exhibitionizing regulation drill. Nicely done there. So all of that could have been taken care of with one command. You And that would have come across so much better, so much smoother, and with a more a better flow to create that buildup, that intensity that the audience really wants to see. You burst into that intensity, which is great, but it takes so long to get there. Excellent rifle work. The precision there is just fantastic. Opening and closing the bolt, very unique. So right there, let's look at the feet. This is a great execution right here. But so we have this is called a chair step, right? Because you look like a chair. Toe pointed down really works well. Thigh could come up just a hair more, but still, this is really quite good execution. And then look at this very high exhibition port. This works. This works really well. Look here. We have a very low thigh, but the bottom of the leg is angled inward on most everybody here. And plus you've got pretty much a flat foot. This looks so much better. This would work for a stomp. This works for marching in place, to create that emphasis and that bigger than, larger than life look. So here we have a big uniformity of technique issue. Nice work. So look at these rifle angles everywhere. Throughout the whole performance so far, rifle angles have been right on. Even during the spins, the spins have worked on one single plane, and the timing has been excellent. I like the commander getting out of the way. That's good. Give the audience a complete view. Excuse the noise in the background. So let's say from about from 18 to just there. $20. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And I'll get to my point in just a second here. All right. I really, really appreciate that. It looks so good. All of this rifle work really, really does look good. All right, then let's get... This is what I wanted. Here. So it wasn't from 18, it was from here. So, what is my point here? The rifle work is great. You've done really well. It's not consistent with your entrance. With you had some you've got what I'm seeing here is moments of this is great. This really works well. The alignment, the spacing, timing of the feet is so close. But then here, you're marching in place to set up, get your distance and alignment. It looks like commander's moving away slightly with a couple of steps. But that could be taken care of with counting. And minimal counts as well. You have these great segments, just like right there, that whole sequence there, starting at 1756. To 1815. So 20 seconds of really excellent movement, rifle work. That's great. The rifle work here is superb. And then I would expect marching off using more of the deck here. Here and here, then So around 1937 or so. So 10 seconds to set this up. $20 seconds to set this up. More than 20 seconds to set up the long line. The rotation, doing this, the rotation here of the three separate lines, that was nice. It was good, but there are design inconsistencies. That's the whole point I'm trying to make here, and I'm apologize that I'm taking so long to make it. But there are design inconsistencies that it that really need to be taken care of. Really nice ripple work. Everything staying quite consistent. Little bit of variation to technique for holding the rifle, but still the angles are very consistent throughout. Timing on that Liberty was, and the angles as well, just really quite good. Now you're setting up again. You haven't performed into the cordon here. So here, 2055 or so. That was the stomp movement, the flank there. That was great. 10 seconds, about 12 or so seconds to set that up. So right now, you've gone to about 30 seconds to set up two different moves, or really two different formations. Nice. Maybe a little too strong. And because of that, teams always need to have a supernumerary standing by with an extra rifle. Now see here, this is what the expectation was. Movement and rifle work. Because you started off with movement and rifle work. Now you're back to movement and rifle work. So spacing there on the entrance. Here's another few seconds. Let's take a look at that again. So marching at port. $10 so far to set this up. Marching in place. So another almost 20 seconds. So my guess would be that you have taken certain elements that maybe the team has performed over the years, and you liked this part from this year, you liked that part from that year, and you've kind of copied and pasted together, if you know what I mean. So you have some intensity, and some really some excellent excellent rifle work and some very good marching in there, but they're not a cohesive whole that is laid out. There isn't a, in some places there isn't a logical sequencing in there, and so in my adjudication system, that's called, it falls under composition analysis, and so I'm looking at and analyzing the composition, the writing, the design behind what is going on. And while execution, holy cow, you're just skyrocketing in execution, where if we go into the two captions of marching and equipment use, you've got top marks. You're in the 90s for execution in both of those. But then when you get into the composition analysis, it's just very lacking in many different places. And then moving into overall effect or general effect, the lack of cohesiveness in the composition then comes across as a bit confusing for that caption. It's the execution is there. It really is, and just fantastic. But there is a certain lack there as well. So if you want more information, let me know. And sorry, and I'll be happy to give you some more. All right, and for free. It's not a big deal. Thanks.